What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you had a great day today. Hope you all had a great weekend. Getting into this episode of GH, I thought I was tripping for a minute. I really did, because I'm looking at the outfits and people sweating, and I'm just like, hold up. Ain't it February in Port Charles, or are the people in that town having hot flashes? Because I said, what the hell going on? Esme come up in here with this summer outfit on. I said, ain't it like 20, 30 degrees where y'all at? And I guess it's it's some type of unexplained heat wave going on in Port Charles right now, which is unnatural. Um, I don't think it's unnatural at all. I think something going on. And I think Victor has something to do with it. Because I do remember Victor was sweating, pretty good on the docks the other day. And I know Spencer's been complaining about the heat lately. And mind you, there are times during the winter when you get some cool, nice spring type days during the winter where it's not so cold, because I live in Connecticut and we get that. Even today was a very nice day. Today was the day where you could wear like a little thin jacket or something, you know what I'm saying, or just a long sleeve shirt, because it was like 30 degrees, but it wasn't extremely cold. You know what I'm saying? The sun was out, it was booming. It was a very beautiful day. Um, Even when I just came in the house a minute ago, it was pretty nice out. It wasn't overly cold. Because it's like 37 right now. Um, so it was kind of weird. I was like, what the hell going on? But I think Victor got something to do with it. It might got something to do with this Ice Princess nonsense. Um, I'm gonna get on that in a minute. But getting into this episode though, Spencer and Nicholas. I always enjoy their scenes. I really do, because the actors always kill it. The actors always kill the scenes. Marcus and Nicholas, they do their thing with the scene. Um, Spencer is not trying to hear nothing Nicholas has to say at this moment. If it's not about him dropping Ava, Spencer don't want to hear it. Even when Nicholas talks about Victor, if he says anything negative about Victor, Spencer don't want to hear it. He ain't trying to hear nothing. Um, Spencer needs to just take accountability for his actions. Like, at the end of the day, I do agree with Nicholas on this. Spencer continuously going after Ava, what has it gotten him? Except sitting in a prison. Even though it's a cushy prison, it's like a country club prison. It still got you sitting in prison for 30 days. So why keep going after this woman? Let it go. And then he's sitting there trying to tell Nicholas to talk to Ava to get the restitution down. So that way Ava could drop restitution or whatever. I understand where Nicholas was coming from, because technically it's out of Ava's hands at this point. Ava can't drop restitution. It's court ordered, so it's out of her hand. But I do agree with Spencer, there are ways around that, which there are. Because Ava could easily go to the judge and tell the judge that Spencer paid restitution. She could easily say that. She can go there and tell the judge that, and say that he fulfilled whatever community service at the gallery he was supposed to do. She could easily tell the judge that, but I don't see why Ava would do it. I don't see why. For what? She don't like him. So why would she help him out? For what? Because I see it as this. Even if she does do that for Spencer, he's still going to hate her. He's still going to want Nicholas away from her. So what does she get out of it by helping him? Nothing. So of course he's pissed at Nicholas, because he feels like Nicholas is not doing anything to um gain him back as a son. And that's what he wants. He wants his trust fund back, and he wants him to drop Ava. Nicholas is not planning on doing either of those things. Nicholas, he loves Ava. That's who he wants to be with. And he feels like, why should he have to choose between his son and his wife when he feels like there's room for both? And I get where he's coming from, but he's in a sticky situation at this point. Until he tells Spencer what he wants to hear, or gives Spencer what he wants, Spencer doesn't want anything to do with him at this point. So, I mean, I really don't have any words of wisdom on that, on what he should do. I really don't. I can't give advice on this one, because it's like, what do? You either drop your wife or you drop your son. It's like, because right now it's like he can't have both like he wants it. And I know it's the ideal situation to have your cake and eat it too, but I think Spencer is being a little butthole about it. I mean, he's entitled to his feelings, but I feel like his vendetta against Ava is a bit petty. Yeah, she should have stuck by her word, but at the end of the day, what's done is done. You know what I mean? Like, he's still mad about the Valentine situation. because Ava didn't testify or whatever to help him when he thought Nicholas was dead. So he's still mad about that bullshit. And I'm like, you need to get over it. You really need to get over it. You got everything back. Nicholas is alive. You got Cassadine Industries back. Windermere is back. What are you still beefing about this old ass thing for? That was years ago. Like, why are you still mad about this? It's done. You got everything back. What are you bitching about? Um, Spencer didn't have to do all that though. Like when he was yelling at Nicholas talking about, oh, but you had a woman shot and stuff. I was like, Spencer, shut up. Like you yelling out all of Nicholas's past deeds and stuff and his misdeeds all up in the prison system around guards and stuff. I'm like, shut the hell up, boy, before he joins you in the prison. Be quiet. Like you sit here yelling all his criminal stuff. Shut up. See, that's where I would have had the parent mode kick in, and if I was Nicholas, I would have took my belt off and wore him out. Like, don't be telling all my illegal business all out here, and all out loud. What is wrong with you, boy? Crazy as hell. You're about to get me locked up. If I was Nicholas, I would have been bad as hell. Like, if you don't shut up. But he needs to start listening to Nicholas when it comes to Victor, because that's the problem with Spencer. Why is he not listening to people who dealt with the Cassadines all their lives, or for most of their life? Like Laura, Nicholas, like they know the Cassadines inside and out. Why are you not listening to them? Obviously, if they're telling you bad things about Victor, it's because it's true. And he know Laura. Like, come on now, Laura's a good person. She not gonna sit there and lie to your face about Victor. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's not gonna do. If she says that he's the devil incarnate, he's the devil. Why would you not believe her on it? She ain't got no reason to lie to you. I can understand him not believing Nicholas, but he should at least believe Laura when she tell him not so nice things about his uncle, because there is a price to be paid when you deal with that fool. He gonna want something from you. I don't know exactly what he want. Maybe he is grooming Spencer to be the next Cassadine heir or evil Cassadine. Who knows? You never know with Victor what he wants. But he definitely got something brewing. That's a given. So anyway, moving on from that. Um, I'm glad Ava and Olivia talked and stuff like that. And, Olivia was bringing her up to speed about what's going on with Leo and Ned adopted him and his autism. Because I feel like Ava does need to get more involved in Leo's life. Because even though Ned is adopting him, that's still her nephew. You know what I'm saying? Like, she needs to get more involved, get to know him. And that's what Olivia was encouraging. She was like, it's not too late to get to know your nephew. And I agree. Ava do need to get to know him. And you can see on her face that she felt bad because a lot has been going on with him that she was not privy to. And she feels bad because, she feels like she's been neglecting him. But good thing he's still young and you still got plenty of time to get to know the boy, as she should. Hell, even Ned was talking about going for a swim. I say, y'all crazy as hell. It's still winter time. I understand it's hot over there, but I don't do water in the winter. So apparently the charges against Tracy got dropped. The WSB are not coming after her because they believe that she had no idea that the Ice Princess was counterfeit. Apparently it was replaced or whatever weeks before she sold it. So that tells me Victor got something to do with it. Victor probably got the real Ice Princess. I wouldn't be shocked. I definitely would not be shocked about it. So anyway, moving on from that, I was loving Maxi. Like, Maxi has been really, like, just been my fave the last couple of days. The way she been handling this Peter mess, it's really been good. I enjoyed it. And what's so funny was Peter was not shocked that Maxi is starting to show her real feelings towards him, that she's not keeping up the facade of wanting to be with him and stuff like that. He's not surprised because he was like, oh, I thought that you would have at least waited 48 hours before you came at me like this. So he knew she was faking the whole time. She was doing it just long enough to, make sure that her kids wasn't nowhere near him and stuff like that. But she was like, now I know my kids are safe. I can tell you how much I really hate your ass. I was here for it. How she was telling him all the truths about how she couldn't stand him and she was going to, the first chance she got, she was going to get away from his ass. I loved it. I love seeing this strong Maxi because she said one way or another, she was going to get up out of this hole that she dug. Either she was going to completely get out of it or she was going to die trying. But either way, she was not just going to be a sitting duck. I love how they're writing Maxi in this storyline. She is being smart. She's being calculated. She's being strong. I love it. I'm loving this for Maxi because I feel like it's a different direction for her, and I'm loving it. And she even admitted her own faults. She admitted that, yeah, Peter played her, but she admitted that she allowed him to do it. Because let's be real, when people do things to us or whatever, or they get away with something, people only get away with what we allow them to get away with. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what Maxie was saying. She allowed it, but now she gonna fix it. I was here for it. I loved it. And she wanted to know some answers about the whole Nathan situation. Like, Maxie wanted to know because Peter pretty much had a lot of things planned out when he first came to town and when he lured Faison back to town. He used Lulu. He used Jason. He used a lot of people in his plan to execute that plan of getting rid of Faison. And she wanted to know, was killing Nathan a part of his plan? And he admitted that it wasn't initially, but it worked out in his favor because he got close to Maxie with Nathan out of the picture. And I love how she threw it in Peter's face that, Peter could never be the man Nathan was. And that he was always going to be the love of her life and that she loved him. Well, maybe not the love of her life, but that she still loved him. I love how strong Maxie was. And when she kicked him in the nuts, I loved it. And she ran out in the woods and stuff, and he yelling, talking about, oh, he never going to let her go. That man is crazy. I'm telling you, all of this stuff that happened in the cabin between her and Peter was such a Lifetime movie. It reminded me of an LMN movie. I think, what is it? LMN? Yeah, Lifetime Movie Network. Yeah, it reminded me so much of that. But you know what? She played it smart because she was running in the woods. Mind you, she don't really know where she is or where she going or how to get to the main road. But thank God for Spinelli, because all the years that she dealt with Spinelli, he told her about the constellations and stuff like that. So she used the stuff that he told her about constellations and all that. She used it to navigate her way to the main road. That was smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank God she listened when Spinelli would talk. You know how Spinelli do. He rambles on about his little nerdy stuff or whatever. Thank God she was actually listening because it helped her out in this situation and she found the main road. I said, thank God. Thank the good Lord that she found it. And she ended up flagging down a car. Hopefully it's not Peter in that car. That's what I'm hoping. Hopefully it's Felicia. I'm like really, really hoping that it's Felicia in the car. Because remember, Felicia's on her way to Switzerland. And she was looking at rental cars. So I'm hoping that's her on the road. And not Peter crazy ass. So anyway, Dante was getting real frustrated. Because he was so ready to nail Peter. And he was getting irritated that it was taking this long to find him. I'm surprised that they wasn't noticing Big Dude staring at them and stuff like that. Not saying nothing. You know, the guy that Victor has on his payroll or whatever to keep tabs on them or whatever to find out Peter's whereabouts, because he was contacting somebody, giving up whatever information Anna, Heidi, and all them figured out. You know, the other WSB agent. He was, sitting there, they're doing this, they're doing that. Yeah, they know, keeping somebody updated on every little piece of information that they get. I wanted somebody to notice him and whoop his ass. That's what I wanted them to do. So they ended up finding the cabin in the woods or whatever, and Drew pretty much took lead. Drew took point. He took the lead on this one. Telling them like, oh, I'm gonna go straight, Anna, you're gonna do this. Like, he was taking lead. I said, okay, Anna don't mind. Because usually Anna's pretty much the lead agent on this, so I'm surprised she wasn't taking point. I am nervous for them going into that cabin, though, because I don't trust Peter. Peter is always 2-3 steps ahead, so who's to say he ain't got that cabin booby-trapped? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust that shit. I said, no, I'll throw a little sticky bomb or something up in here. I don't trust that. No. And that's what I love too about Maxie in this storyline. She wasn't waiting for nobody to rescue her. She took matters into her own damn hands, even if it is risky. She said, no, I ain't about to wait for nobody. I'm going to get my ass up out of here. I ain't mad at it. Hopefully, they get out safe and sound. There ain't no bomb going off up in that cabin or nothing, because you never know with Peter. So anyway, moving on from that. So Laura is definitely over Esme and her BS. Like she was so sick of Esme basically strolling up in there all late, talking about, oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, I wonder if they got the surf and turf. Surf and turf your ass here on time next time. You don't disrespect people time by being all late. Rude self. Um, but yeah, Laura was sick of her, like especially her disrespect of her home. You know, because Laura, remember, Laura was pissed about that. That girl be clipping her nails or painting her nails on her couch and leaving a mess in the bath. Like she don't clean up behind herself. Like anybody would get irritated with that. You know, respect people's house, respect their space, clean up after yourself. Don't be putting your nasty feet up on their sofa. And you already know Kevin and Laura don't got no cheap furniture, so I know that couch cost a grip. You know what I'm saying? That's that good couch. Don't be sitting there putting your little crusty feet up there. Um. So yeah, Laura was sick and tired of it, and tired of her treatment of Ava and stuff like that. So Esme, of course, I feel like everything that comes out of Esme's mouth is manipulative. It's very manipulative. It's very staged. Like she tries to gain sympathy by playing the victim. Oh, you know, Spencer's the only person I have. Nobody else cares about me. She does all that shit to get sympathy. She says all of that just to get somebody on her side and play victim. Um, so Laura pretty much told her, well, expand your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop just hanging your hat on Spencer and start looking for friends outside of him. So Jocelyn and Trina was catching up or whatever, and Trina was telling her about the Valentine's Day gift that Spencer had got her. And you know, Jocelyn felt like she didn't want to see, you know, Trina become Spencer's side piece or whatever. And Trina was irritated by that because she was like, first of all, I ain't nobody side nothing. And I agree, I do agree, but it is funny how Spencer got her a gift, but remember, he did not. I don't think he got Esme no Valentine's Day gift. I know Esme got him a little gift, a picture of herself, of course. Um, but he didn't get her nothing, and he got Trina something. That spoke volumes. Um, so Trina didn't even want to talk about her and Spencer at that point. She wanted to talk about Jocelyn. So Jocelyn talked about her and Cameron's night or whatever of sex or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, it was good. He was romantic, whatnot." Um, so Esme pops up because she done texted Trina or whatever, talking about she want to see her. Jocelyn is me, because listen, I would have told Trina the same thing. Block her number. Like, why you still got her number? Like, block her. So she come up in there apologizing or whatever, and Jocelyn was kind of caught off guard by her apologizing and admitting that she was being messy on purpose. And she admitted that Laura basically told her, you know, to make friends and stuff and, you know, expand that or whatever, make amends. Um, Jocelyn was being super messy. Jocelyn was being messy as fuck because she told Esme about the Valentine's Day gift that Spencer got Trina. And you could tell Trina was not happy about Jocelyn saying that. And I'm like, Jocelyn, what are you doing? Because if this girl wasn't deranged before, she's even more unhinged now. Like you just painted a bullseye on Trina back even further by even telling this crazy girl that. Because you know how she is. She even admitted that she's territorial with Spencer and stuff like that. So ain't no telling what she gonna plan next. So whatever video she got of them having sex, you already know she about to release it. She definitely is. Like Jocelyn is playing right into this girl hand at this point. Like you might want to chillax with all of that. But it was I enjoyed it though because that was some funny shit how she mentioned it because part of me would have did the same thing just to be messy. I would have did the same thing like, oh, did you hear about the nice little gift that Spencer got? I would have did the same thing. I would have been messy as all hell. Just to see that girl just turn her head around like the Exorcist, like Linda Blair. Just have her turn her shit all the way around. Um. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.